Hello Pokemon trainers! Welcome to another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. So Wisdom of Sea and Sky is now live in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Of course, this is the brand new set with the Johto Pokemon with Lugia and Ho-Oh. And I think I have just enough for 50 packs to open 50 packs. So we're going to try to open some packs here. Looking at these, you can kind of see at the top here which Pokemon are in which pack. I'll post a link in the description of this video to show, which Pokemon are in which pack to kind of more easily see it. But basically, I think Ho-Oh has the better cards. Ho-Oh has the dark EXs like Crobat and Umbreon, which I think are pretty strong. And then Lugia has Espeon, as well as, most notably, Lugia has Will, which is a really interesting and potentially powerful card. So I kind of want to open both of them, but I think I'm going to favor Ho-Oh. Maybe I'll do like 30 Ho-Oh packs and like 20 Lugia packs. So let's just do one here with my daily packs, and then I'll see if I can do some 10 pulls. Cherubi, nice. Furret, not nice. Jasmine, okay. Okay. Not a great start. Alright, let's get to the 10 pulls. Alright, let's open 10 here. See how this goes. Alright, there they are. Don't they look beautiful? Okay, not good. It's kind of cute. Hiker, Sunflora, no. Dark Pendant, that one's kind of exciting with dark Pokemon, notably Crobat EX, but also potentially Guzzlord. So yeah, this one honestly seems exciting, just to see what it says. If it's attached to a dark Pokemon in the active spot, if they take damage from an attack from the enemy Pokemon, they shuffle a random card from their hand into their deck. Excuse me. So this is interesting because, I mean, if a lot of decks are playing Sylveon, they can just kind of redraw, but it's still kind of an interesting card. Alright, nothing else exciting there. Hitmontop's actually really cool. Also a really boring pack. Hitmontop is actually, I mean, it's kind of like Pheromosa, which saw play in the Buzzwole decks, but it's a fighting type, so maybe it'll breathe new life into the fighting type decks. Who knows? There's Hitmontop again. I keep passing over it. I'm going too fast here. Togetic, that's cute artwork, kind of funny artwork. Terrible Sudowoodo, kind of a weird pose. Emolga is really interesting. 40 damage for 1 energy with 70 HP, but it of course does 10 damage to one of your bench. Interesting Pokemon, honestly. Alright, still nothing exciting. Darmanitan. Oh, we got a full art Spinarak. Really, really good artwork. Unfortunately, as cool as I think Spinarak is, this is not a great card, but the artwork looks great. We'll give it that. And I think the secret emblem in this set, Heracross is interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think it's great, but it's interesting. I think the secret emblem in this set is Smeargle, which is my favorite Pokemon. And I think you get it by collecting, I think it said, a full art of each type. So there are multiple full arts in the set. Oh, and we just got another one. We just got a Sentret. Awesome. I mean, this card is not great. Sentret's a cute Pokemon. Unfortunately, Sentret has just never been really good in the main series games. Even though I've always thought it was a cute and kind of cool Pokemon, it's just not very strong. And of course, that transfers over into this game. But we have 2 full arts now, so we're, I guess, what? Is that 10%, 20% of the way towards our secret Smeargle emblem, if what I heard was correct. Alright, that was 10 packs. Let's do 10 more. I'm pretty sure I have enough for 50 packs. I'm going to be honest. I did spend money because I love Johto. I love me some Gen 2, so I did spend. I bought the bundle with the, I think it's like 120 Pokegold, and then you get like the Espeon and Umbreon coin and everything. So I did buy that, and I do think that will get me to 50 packs total, I think. So Tangrowth, unfortunately, just requires too much energy to attack. I think it has potential, but it requires 3 energy. I don't think that's great. Maybe you could pair it with like Leafeon EX, but I don't know. Sudowoodo, I have plenty of those Sudowoodos now. I also really like Dunsparce, but unfortunately Dunsparce is not very good in this set. Here's Togepi. It's cute artwork. It looks like a really old cartoon. And then Azumarill, also really cute artwork, but looks like an old cartoon. I have not opened a single EX yet. Houndoom, unfortunately, is really bad. I love Houndoom. It's one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. 70 damage for 3 energy, and it just discards a card from their hand. That's just not good. I'm sorry. The other Houndoom, the Fire Houndoom, is just better. Togekiss, okay. We got another full art. I'll take it. Totodile. I am really collecting them all, and like I said, I mean, even though typically for like random Pokemon like that, I don't really enjoy collecting the full arts in this game, because I love Johto so much, you know. Oh look, there's our first EX. Here's Ho-Oh EX. Excuse me. Phoenix Turbo, 80 damage for 3 energy, and you put a fire, water, and electric energy onto your basic benched Pokemon in any way you like. Of course, everyone's talking about this with Lugia. I'm really not sure how this will turn out. A lot of people are saying it's bad. Honestly, I'm kind of with them. I kind of think it's not very good, but I'm down to try it out, especially since I just opened Ho-Oh EX. You know, I'm definitely excited to try to build around it, but we'll see how that goes. I also opened an Eevee, which is the new Eevee in this set is better than the other Eevee that everyone's playing. Here's Steel Apron. This one is for Steel Pokemon. They take minus 10 damage from attacks, and they basically cannot have any special conditions affect them, like poison or anything. So if a Steel deck becomes good, and if like the Crobat deck becomes good, this could be a very powerful card because it kind of negates Crobat. Croconaw, there's my first one. Jinx. Oh, we got another full art Totodile. Okay, I'd rather get a different full art, but we'll take it. We also got a Zubat, which is the new Zubat is interesting, and there's our second 10 pull, and we only got one EX. And it's not one of the more exciting ones. The EXs I really want are Crobat. I think that's probably my number one just because it's the strongest in my opinion. Personally, I really love Kingdra EX and I want to build around that, so I'd be happy to open Kingdra. And then Umbreon is another one that looks pretty exciting. So let's go ahead and try a Lugia pack here. Like I said, I really wanted to open, you know, Crobat or Umbreon. I think the Lugia pack has Kingdra EX, so maybe I'll find Kingdra here. I also believe Lugia has Will, which is kind of the talk of the town. Ooh, it also has the Ninetales. This Ninetales, I'm also kind of excited to try it out. 120 damage for 3 energy. 3 energy is a lot, but with Blaine, of course, don't forget Blaine still exists. This can do 150, which is a lot. Ambipom's not great. Emolga, interesting. Jinx is scary. And Typhlosion, okay. This Pokemon, I think Typhlosion is actually pretty good probably in a fire deck, but of course people are also talking about it with Xatu and Will, because Xatu, you know, you flip a coin, but with Will you guarantee get a heads, and then Xatu takes him down to 10 HP, and then with Typhlosion you burn them. I guess you burn them first, and then you attack with Xatu. And then basically they're at 10 HP, and when you pass to their turn, they take 20 damage from burn, and they get knocked out. You can basically knock out any Pokemon in the game with that combo. Whether or not it ends up being meta or even reliable, we'll find out. But if I open 2 Typhlosions and 2 Xatus and 2 Wills, I'm definitely going to build that deck, because it sounds like fun. Snubble. Oh, that's cool artwork. I like that artwork a lot. Ooh, there's our first. That's a 2-star Espeon EX. Awesome. I mean, Espeon EX, this looks amazing and I'm happy I opened it, but of course, I think it's kind of one of the weaker EXs in the set, if I'm being honest. And another full art. Nice. Bellossom. I really like Bellossom as well. And this artwork is amazing. So, hey, I can't complain about our luck here. We're having okay luck. I do wish I was opening more, you know, EXs, or even a Will. Murkrow's one of my favorite Pokemon as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's that good. Here's the Eevee. So the Eevee from the previous set has Collect, where you just draw a card. This one says, instead of draw a card, it says put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. So this guarantees that you quote unquote draw a Pokemon. So you can draw Sylveon, If you're playing it with Greninja, you can maybe draw Greninja or Froakie or Giratina. And most often when you're trying to draw with Eevee, you're kind of looking for those Pokemon rather than, like, you'd often rather have Sylveon or Greninja rather than like a supporter or something. So basically this is probably a strict upgrade to the other Eevee that people were playing. Very cute artwork. I love it. I love how a lot of the Pokemon in this set, the artwork looks like kind of like colored pencil or something. I think that looks really good. Oh, there we go. Kingdra EX 2-star. That's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, okay, so Lugia was the way to go, I guess. Like I said, I really want to build around Kingdra EX. I'm not sure exactly how good it'll be. Another thing I was thinking was how decks like Celesteela with Guzzlord or Celesteela with Buzzwole are actually kind of prevalent, and they might continue to be prevalent in the meta. And if that's the case, Kingdra just isn't that great because they can just kind of switch, even though you're able to like lock them in with your move. They can just switch out with Celesteela, so it depends on what you're playing against, but I think there are still decks in the meta that Kingdra can be really good against, so I'm really happy to have opened that. Our first Pichu EX, of course, these are the Pokemon that are also getting a lot of discussion. I've seen both sides of the argument. I've seen people say that the baby Pokemon are terrible. I've seen people say that they're really good because they have 0 retreat cost and 0 attack cost. We'll see how they play out. That's all I have to say. I'm really not sure what the answer to that question is. Oh, we opened Lyra. Lyra is another good card. It's kind of like a better Leaf. If your active Pokemon has damage, you can switch it out to one of your benched Pokemon, so that can be really useful in a lot of situations. We got Chinchou. We got another Chinchou. We got another Ninetales. There's Sunkern. That's cute. And we got Politoed. This is another card that I really like. I really want to play this card, but I think this card is just kind of set up for failure. You can only ever have, if you have Politoed on the bench, your best case scenario is you have Poliwrath or Politoed in the active spot. And that's just like, that just feels like too many things that need to go right since they're both stage 2 Pokemon. Or maybe you have another Politoed in the active spot. Either way, I want to build this deck, especially with Poliwrath, but I think if you're going to build this deck, I think you actually just want double Politoed. I think that's just more reliable because then it does 100 damage. I don't know. Yeah, because you can never have more than one Politoed on the bench if you're trying to get the bonus, if that makes sense. Because that means if you have one in the active spot, you can only have a maximum of one of them on the bench. So, I don't know. Really cool card, really perplexing card. I want to try to build around it, but it's probably not that good. But I love Politoed. I think it's an awesome Pokemon, so I'm happy to build around it if I can. Here's Slowking, 30 damage for each energy attached to the active Pokemon. I mean, these effects have never been amazing. Like, I mean, well, there have been times where they've been good, but it's just, I think we're too far beyond this point. At this point, I don't think Slowking is good, unfortunately. Wobbuffet, also not great. Yanma, really weird, like, really not good. Rescue Scarf. Here's Hitmontop again, like I was talking about. I like the artwork. It looks like a comic book or something. Yes, Kingdra EX. Now I can actually build a Kingdra deck. That's awesome. Okay, so that's going to be the first deck I build, is just going to be Kingdra EX. There's a few ways to go. Obviously, you could go Kingdra EX with Greninja. That makes a lot of sense. Or you could try just Kingdra EX with like some other support. I'm going to try to build multiple Kingdra decks and just try out what works best. But yeah, stay tuned. My first video featuring a deck, like gameplay with a deck, will probably be a Kingdra deck. So that's awesome. I'm really happy. Oh, Squirt Bottle. I passed the Squirt Bottle. That card is just really weird. It's really awful. It's a trainer card. It says discard a fire energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Of course, that's really good against the Charizard deck, which is one of the best decks in the meta. Also, the Eevee deck with like Leafeon EX, Flareon EX, Sylveon EX, that deck runs fire energy too. So I guess 2 of the most popular decks in the meta have fire energy, but if you're playing against a deck that doesn't have fire energy, that Squirt Bottle is just a completely blank card. So I'm not really sure about that one, honestly. So we opened 2 Kingdra EXs. I'm extremely excited about that. We have not opened any Wills yet. So let's probably go back to, because I think I have 20 more packs that I can open. I think I'm going to do one of each. I'm going to do a Ho-Oh 10 pull and then a Lugia 10 pull. I'm tempted to do just Lugia. I guess since we're on Lugia right now, we'll just do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have 115 gold, but I need to claim 5 of it from the mailbox or whatever it's called. All right, here's our last Lugia 10 pull, if you want to call it that. Yanma, boring. Hitmontop, cool. Corphish, not great. Crawdon is interesting, but yeah, there's Squirt Bottle, really bad card. Oh, Shiny Sneasel, okay. That's really cool. If only, I mean, Weavile EX hasn't been meta for a long time. I know there's a new Weavile right now, but I'm not sure it's like that good. It might be. I think the new Weavile has like 0 retreat cost, which can really help. And then here's another baby Pokemon, Twinkly Call, Cleffa, interesting. Mareep. Unfortunately, Ampharos, I'm not sure how good it is. Scizor is another really, really cool Pokemon that I love from Gen 2, and this guy, he can do 100 damage, potentially. Okay, so can Silvally, but with more reliable, you know, effects. I don't know. Another Pichu, cute. This is another Pokemon that I'm kind of interested in. It's like far above the rate of other basics we've gotten. It has 80 HP as a basic, and it does 20 damage for 1 energy and poisons them. So like back in the day, this would have been a meta card. Like when this game was brand new, this would have been like a meta defining card. These days, it's possibly not good enough, but it's still really interesting. New Magikarp, meh, whatever. This Eevee artwork's also really cute. And then I didn't really talk about this. If you have a tool attached to this, then you can use Sweets Relay for free. So if people are going to keep playing the Sweets Relay deck, I imagine this will probably go in it, although this does require a tool. So you'll need to play like Giant Cape or Rocky Helmet or something like that. So we'll see how this turns out. Nice, a full art Ampharos. That's honestly, this artwork is amazing. This artwork is just so beautiful. This is amazing. I don't know what else to say. This is very, very good artwork. This is another card that combos with Will. If you play Will, then you're guaranteed to do 120 damage, which is really solid for only 2 energy. This could be an interesting Pokemon, honestly. Maybe I'll build it. If I open another full art Ampharos, I'm definitely going to build around it. Poliwhirl, cool Pokemon, fun artwork, not a great card. Ledian, I love Lediba. It's another one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. You'll hear me say that a lot, like, oh, Weavile EX, wow. I got a shiny Weavile, that's beautiful. Am I going to have to try to build a Weavile deck? Like I said, Weavile EX has not been meta for a while, but I might have to build it. What was I talking about before that? I got distracted. Oh, I love Lediba. Unfortunately, Ledian is another Pokemon that's just awful. Oh, I just said I would build this deck if I opened it. Oh my god, alright. Okay, well, it looks like I have to do what I said. I just opened another full art Ampharos. Just such beautiful artwork. I'm going to build this deck. So the first 2 decks I'm going to build are Kingdra EX and Ampharos. I'm not exactly sure how the Ampharos deck will look, but we're going to try it out. And of course, I'll probably be playing Will, so probably off camera, I'm going to have to grind and open a lot more packs. Oh, we just got Xatu. I need to talk about that, but I'll probably grind and open a lot more packs so I can try to get Will, because I do think if you're playing Ampharos, you're probably going to want to play Will. But Xatu is, I think it's like 2 psychic energy, and like I said, you flip a coin. If it's heads, your opponent's active Pokemon will have 10 HP remaining. So you basically take them all the way down to 10 HP no matter what HP they're at to start. And then of course with like Typhlosion or Grafaiai or like a Rocky Helmet or something, you can get that last chunk of damage and knock them out. Lyra, switch your active Pokemon that has damage on it with one of your bench Pokemon. I already talked about this one too. I could see this card seeing some play in the meta. You know, Leaf saw a lot of play as well. Doesn't really anymore. And again, Celesteela exists. Solgaleo exists. There are ways to kind of retreat without truly retreating, and I guess Lyra is another one of those. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how the meta shakes out and to see how and where Lyra ends up seeing play, because as I always talk about with this game, you only have 20 cards in your deck. So, you know, we are very quickly running out of space for the like new cards in our decks. It's like, oh, Mars is really good, but so is Lyra, but so is Cyrus, but so is Pokemon Center Lady. And before you know it, there's just no more space. But here is our last, here are our final 10 packs for my 50 pack special. Pineco, Hiker. This is another weird one. I don't think it's good enough. Someone brought up, like, there's a lot of ways to shuffle decks now. Like, a lot of people are playing Red Card and Mars. So if you like Hiker and you look at, like, the top 3 cards and you put them back in any order, and then your opponent red cards you, that's awful. You just wasted a card. And also, if you like Hiker and you look at the top, like, 3 cards and they're all really bad, well, guess what? You're stuck drawing those cards for the next 3 turns. So, I don't know. This card has potential, but it's also... I don't know. But here's Chansey. This is a really cute artwork, and that's about all I have to say about it. We did see that there's an Eevee... Or, I'm sorry, not Eevee. I don't know why I said Eevee. There's a Blissey EX promo that's going to be coming, and that'll be probably not very good, but it's worth noting. Gliscor is interesting. I don't think it's very good, but it does require only 2 colorless energy, so I don't know exactly where you'll play it, but yeah, this could be interesting. Ooh, nice. We got Tyranitar. Awesome. Yeah, this is great. I'm really excited for this one too. I really want to build around this, and I mean, it's full art, so we have to, right? I think this artwork looks beautiful as well. I think it's really, like, cutesy, but I really like it. So Tyranitar is just an awesome Pokemon. And I think this one's really strong. Once during your turn, you may move all dark energy from each of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. So you can play it with Darkrai and just kind of go off. Pretty exciting stuff. Maybe that'll be the 3rd deck I build. Ooh, another full art. We are just on fire with these full arts today. And there's Crobat EX. Oh yeah, so now we just need 1 more Crobat EX and we are golden. Speaking of golden, maybe we'll get a golden Crobat EX. I'm just kind of flying through these last couple packs. Raikou. Unfortunately, all the legendary beasts in this set are kind of weak, kind of mid. I did see someone say online, though, like, you know, if they're mid, that means we're probably... excuse me. That means we're probably going to get strong EXs from them in the next set, which I would not be opposed to. Mawile, probably not good. Another Togekiss, kind of cool. And another full art, very cute. This artwork's really, really funny. It reminds me of like a Cartoon Network cartoon or something like that. Didn't Pokemon air on Cartoon Network at some point? I don't know. But there it is. Those are my 50 packs. I opened 50 packs of the brand new set so that you don't have to. Overall, I think my luck was fine. I'm not going to complain too much. I opened a bunch of cards that I wanted. There were a handful of cards that I really wanted that I didn't see at all, like Will, for example. But overall, I'm really happy. And like I said, I'm going to start building Kingdra EX right now. I'm going to build Ampharos EX. And then if I open 1 more Tyranitar, I'm going to build a Tyranitar deck. So maybe that's not exactly what people are expecting. Obviously, I think a lot of people are talking about like Crobat, maybe Will with Xatu. So hopefully I'm building something unique. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos for me for the new set. I'm going to keep making videos now that the new set is out. Hopefully this new meta is a lot more exciting, and I'll continue to make a lot of videos for it. I have a lot of ideas, and like I said, I can't say this enough, Johto is my favorite, so that'll probably motivate me a lot more as well. But please leave a like, please subscribe for more Pokemon TCG Pocket videos, and let me know in the comments what you have opened so far, or what you are really, really hoping to open. So now I'm just really hoping to open 2 copies of Will, and I'll be good to go. See you next time.